Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Hustle Muscle Podcast. I'm your host, Ruben, and today we have, and I'm not exaggerating, the single most anticipated podcast I've had to date. Today we're talking to a very outspoken man. He's outspoken about his beliefs, is a man that I respect and enjoy being around, a man who, when I told people I was interviewing him, the first question they had was, is he really like that in real life? Well,
oh, fuck.
Yeah,
I'm
I know.
Fake. I'm a fraud.
Today we're going to find out together, man. Introduce my longtime friend, Michael Guzik. How you doing today, brother?
Hey, thanks for having me. Yeah, no. Like fitness. I work out. I'd like to think I'm a nice guy, but yeah, I run my mouth a bit. So I'm working on toning it back. I realized pretty early on I offend a lot of people, but I think I have good intentions. I like to think most people like me. If they're excelling in life, and if they're losing, they probably don't. So.
Yeah, actually, dude, when I was doing a lot of research for this video, I was, I did reach out for a few of our former, because we went to high school together, and middle school too, right?
Yeah, before you went to Briscoe, man. Yeah. Because you did go to Luna 6th grade year, right?
I did. And, while I was doing research for the podcast, just asking, some of our old friends, if they had any questions, trying to get try not to ask all the questions from my perspective. All of them were like, no, yeah, I like them. I'm like, so not one of y'all hates them? I think y'all are lying.
That's boys. Thanks for having my back.
Yeah, no, they really did, man. I could not find one hater.
I'll shoot you 100 later.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, man. Lots changed since middle school. I remember back in middle school. I'm actually kind of surprised. If I could go back, I definitely would change a bit how I treated people. I was a bit of a. I went from being really big in elementary school because my dad was the 5th grade teacher, and my dad it still is, an insane athlete. I'm extremely grateful because my mom is so fucking unathletic. It is all my dad's genes. I went from being the hot shot, so I was like, oh shit, that's Mr. Guzik's son. So I could have gotten away with murder. Not that I didn't. That was the one thing he did instill with me really early on, is that, Michael, you're a Guzik. Everywhere you go, people are going to know you by your last name. And so it's like, oh shit. So I couldn't do anything really bad because I was tied to him, and our whole family was in the school and the community. But yeah, I went from being the fucking man in elementary school to going to middle school and not knowing anyone, because that school fed into Vail. And I'm so grateful, dude. So grateful. This is why you listen to your parents' wisdom, kids. This one girl that I used to like, my first crush, was freaking obsessed with her. She was going to Vail. And I was like, Dad, please let me go to Vail. She's going to be there, all my friends. And he said no. And he made me go to Luna, and I didn't know fucking anyone. I had like 2 people that went to elementary school with me. They were my really good friends. I'm extremely grateful. Nadia and J-Trev, Justin. And we went to Luna, and it was basically like me, my sister, and those 2, because I didn't know anyone. So I went from being like, I guess you'd say like a jock, athlete, real popular kid, to being a fucking nobody. And, it's like everyone, it was like Wiltsy,
Bustos.
Yeah, Bustos, Quinn, Hector. Like they already had their group from GOM.
Yeah.
And then it was like me, and I didn't know anyone. And I remember pretty early on, Coach Duarte, I loved her.
Duarte, yeah.
It's so funny because I used to fucking hate Quinn in 6th grade. I fucking hated him because in PE, she would always pin me against him. And so you know how we used to run Pacer?
Yeah.
I was super competitive. And so they would always do like relay races, or just like Pacer, push-ups, anything. And Quinn would always be at the top. Yeah. And this is what I loved about him. He always pushed me. I have a lot to credit to him. And it would always be Quinn. It would always be like Quinn at the top, and then every once in a while like Bustos. And I was like, this fucking Jeffrey Quinn kid, fuck him. And I'd always be running. I was like, man, I remember on the Pacer, he had like 72 or something. Yeah. And I fucking beat you, Quinn, 6th grade year. She was like, Quinn has 72, Michael, and you had 65. And because I was going to quit. I was like, bro, I already fucking beat everyone by like 40, like legitimately. Yeah. I think the only one in that was kept up with me for a little bit was Aaron Benavidez. And he tapped out around 50. Sorry, Aaron, I remember. Yeah, dude, and she just fucking used Quinn. So it was like Quinn was always my driving competition. Yep. And I really do credit her for that, because she figured out what made me move, and it's way more of competition than just like, oh yeah. And then 7th grade year, actually, he ended up becoming my fucking best friend. And I hated him 6th grade year.
Nice,
I hated him. Seriously. I don't think it took me a while. And so then it's really interesting that I think it was Mike Tyson said this quote that not everyone that helps you is your friend, and not everyone that is against you is your enemy. And I remember that I always thought he was against me. And then in 7th grade year, I forget how we got connected. I think it was through history class. But yeah, man, he definitely saved me, opened up a lot of doors, pushed me. And that's right when you left 7th grade year. So
yeah, because our middle schools, they opened up a new middle school. So half the people from Luna went to this new middle school called Briscoe.
All the gay people went to Briscoe. I think y'all beat us in basketball or anything in here?
7th grade, because 8th grade y'all had an OP player.
Yeah,
y'all had a build-up player.
7th grade.
Y'all had a man-child.
Y'all did beat us in football 7th grade year, right?
We did.
Okay, yeah, they beat us in football
21-7. I remember.
I was on B team, so I'm pretty sure we beat y'all B team. A team lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was crazy, the rivalry. But I will say, and I still stand by this, all the fucking hot girls went to Briscoe. It was so annoying. We got stuck with all the annoying girls at Luna. I was so upset. So fucking upset. Yep. So, but yeah, go ahead.
Your boy sadly wasn't able to tap into that because I was a little awkward.
Dude, y'all were whores over there. Let's be real, bro. Let's be fucking real.
Whoosh, man. I'll tell you a story after the. I'll tell you a few stories
these
after
kids,
the podcast.
They were fucking doing blowies and shit in 6th and 7th grade, man. I didn't get my first nude till 8th grade, and these guys are full on having sex. I'm like, what the fuck?
It happened.
What is happening, man?
And then I'm now thinking back at it because now I'm a grown man, bro. So I'm just like, bro, we were like,
dude, y'all
middle school. It was like
Satan was at that school. Luna was school of God. Yeah. That's why we won Triple Crown. 8th grade year.
We were gay and whores at the same time.
Dude, oh yeah, y'all were crazy. But anyways, I know I was going off on a tangent. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good, brother. How do I segue that into this? No, I'm just playing. All right, brother. So as I said before, though, you're a pretty outspoken guy, particularly on your social media. I think that's where a lot of people get your influence. That's where they see you at.
Yeah, I actually did win most outspoken senior year.
Did you really?
Ironically, yeah. With one of my exes, we were both most outspoken. We had to take a photo together. So fucking awkward. She enjoyed every fucking second of it. As soon as I found out she won, I said I didn't want to be in the yearbook, but Mr. Lopez was I credit a lot to him. I remember
Mr. Lopez.
Michael, stop being dumb. So I was like, fuck, for fuck's sake. All right.
Yeah, but it's where you talk about your ideology and give your advice. But
oh yeah, dude, people fucking hated me in high school. I think I was I ran my mouth a little too much, and being in high school where most people are really liberal, my parents are really conservative, so I had a fairly conservative Christian base. And it's just, I was that is one thing I will say I wish I could have changed, because I lost a lot of good friends and stuff over really being super hard on some issues that just really don't fucking matter. The big thing back then was weed. Now
Bro,
I'm still not I could give less of a fuck, but back then I was like, you're the fucking devil if you smoke weed. And so of course in high school, fucking everyone at Brennan was a pothead except for me. So I lost a lot of friends because of that, burned some bridges that I probably should have been a little more
lenient.
Yeah, lenient. And it's just like with anything, I still don't, oh fuck, I'm already pretty much canceled. It's I just think a lot of fucking lazy people do that shit. And I understand everyone has their vices and everything's good with moderation, but there was nothing about what anyone was doing back then that was moderation. And I think I was a little too harsh on that. And it was basically black or white, devil or Christ. And I should have shown a little more grace. And then it's also this is the good and bad thing about taking life a little too seriously with my parents, because they were always very forward thinking and getting a job at the time they wanted to be becoming either a doctor or attorney. So it was fucking 8 to 12 years of school, have your whole life ahead of you, Guzik family name, blah, blah, blah. And I just, you got to realize it's fucking high school. These kids aren't fucking thinking about their degree and job and money and shit and success. They're just thinking about fucking having fun. And so you're the one there stop fucking smoking. and you sound like a fucking Karen. And, of course they just don't like that shit. And I'm just like, you're so, you believe in it so much that you're super emotional. I feel like a lot of people, and I think that's where I was wrong, is I was super emotional about the issue, and there's really nothing to get emotional about. I was like, oh, cool. Like, y'all smoke weed. Okay, cool. I'm just like, I'm just not going to be around you. And I think that is one thing I did do well, and I have done well, is that to a fault, they knew not to do that shit around me because I wouldn't approve and I'd say some shit. And I need to get back to this, is that I used to be, and it's because of society, really. If I didn't like some shit, I would immediately say it. And because of career, society, fitting in, not getting, picked on or canceled, it's just like, I think the most common thing that I can think of is that I would go on dates with girls, and it's because of my fucking parents. I still do this shit. So I didn't change, but I've gotten a little more gracious. Like, I'll never forget, we were that one girl that I really liked in elementary school. I finally got to date her in 7th grade, and we were playing a pickup basketball game. It was me and my little brother, versus her and my dad. So it was pretty balanced because my dad was always just a fucking stud. And he would let her foul the fuck out of me to get a basket, and I would get pissed. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was like, dude, that was a foul. And looking back, it's hilarious. I'm probably talking too loud. It was hilarious because I get so fucking upset at my dad. Michael, you're on a date. You need to let her win. I'm like, let her win? What the fuck? It's like, no. It's like, I want to win. Like, what the fuck am I going to let someone win for? Yo. And yeah, I will kind of tell a funny story. So on that same day, we fucking won because it was bullshit, and I fouled the fuck out of her on the last one. She was going up for a layup, and I smacked the shit out of her, bro. And she took free throws. Of course, she didn't make any of that shit. But yeah. Anyway, so we won by 2 points, and I was like, yeah, fuck yeah. My dad, Michael, you need to work on that. Blah blah blah. 'Cause my dad, I love him, but there's good things like open the door, be polite, yes ma'am, no ma'am, blah blah blah. Yeah. But then there's like I would characterize it as like simp behavior. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to let her win. Like, there was this other girl. She swore she could throw a fucking football farther than I could. Swore. Okay. And I was like, you are a fucking liar. I was a quarterback, bro. I'm like, there's no fucking way. And we're arguing, and my dad's there is like, Michael, he pulled me aside. Michael, you're arguing over throwing a football. I'm like, yeah, she said she could throw it fucking farther than me. I'm not saying I can cook better than her. Like, what are you talking about? It's just dumb, bro. And so anyways, we went out. I bet her $50. I was like, that's the thing. Like, when I get to that point, I'm like, okay, put your money in your mouth. I was like, bet me $50 fucking dollars you can throw farther than me. And she wasn't backing down. I commend her for it.
Yeah, she's really
and I commend her for being a gracious loser. And so I chucked that bitch like 60-something yards, and she threw it. Granted, she did throw it pretty far. I was actually kind of scared for half a second. She threw it like 40 yards, bro.
Yeah, okay.
I was like, damn, okay. I was like, shit. I was like, fuck, okay. I'm actually going to have to really fucking try, because I thought it'd be like some 10, 15-yard bullshit.
Yeah.
But no, dude, it was like 40 yards. It was almost half the football field. So
she had a cannon on her.
Yeah, but not compared to me, no. But anyways, back to that date that I was talking about.
Yeah.
I was so competitive. She was throwing rocks at me on the playground. We were at Bob Lewis, where I used to go.
Yeah.
She was throwing rocks, and I can hit you more times than you can hit me. She was starting to piss me off because I was like, okay, I need to work on it. We're throwing rocks. I got to take it easy. So I'm like, just kind of being real light. And she kept talking shit, bro. So I pick up this one, and I fucking bulleted it. Yeah, long story short, she had her back turned, and she was running away. And for whatever reason, she turns to look at me, and I'm like, no, turn around. And she doesn't listen to me, like fucking most girls. Turns and looks at me, bro. It hit her right in her front tooth and chipped that. I threw it at like 50 miles an hour, man. I'm not even kidding. But anyways, that was my last date with her. I cried. And God saved me, because she became a fucking loser and got pregnant with some drug dealer in high school. Like, he seriously saved my life. Like, I look back on that and I was like, bro, I just lost the girl that I've been fucking crushing on. I finally got the chance.
Yeah.
And no, he fucking saved me. She dropped out, got pregnant like sophomore year or some shit. And yeah, and you know what? I ran into her at fucking Walmart on Petrenko here. Her and her mom. She was carrying her baby. I forget what I was doing. I was buying something from a girl I was talking to at the time. And I ran into her, and it was like one of those things we walked right by each other, just like this, bro.
Yeah.
And her mom looked at me because her mom knew like what I did and everything, and I looked at her, and I was like, it was just like seeing each other 4 years after that incident happened, and what I'd become and what she'd become. Total 180, bro. Total fucking 180. I'm so glad my dad didn't let me go to that middle school and that high school. And I'm so glad I broke her front tooth because then her mom and dad didn't let her fucking date me. And yeah, dude, he saved me from being a fucking teen dad, dog. Like, seriously. I'm like, golly. See, even when I fuck up, I do something right. So, yeah.
Yeah, and praise God for that, man. So wait,
shout out to baby Jesus.
Shout out to baby Jesus. So wait, let me take it back a little bit because there's some people in the audience that don't know who you are. You want to talk a little bit about your credentials or like why people should be listening to you?
Man, credentials.
Like I don't know you. Like who's this guy? Like, you know, like why is he telling me what to do? Or why is he trying to give me advice?
Yeah, that's a good point. I would say usually, and this is a problem that I have with a lot of society. Biggest thing. I work out at Lifetime. Okay. There's fat fucking personal trainers. Why the fuck would I listen to someone that's fucking chubby, bro? Seriously. So the same thing to your point, credentials. I don't really have any credentials. I don't know what to say. I dropped out of college. I technically have an associate's in business. Got into real estate, failed for a really long time, was working like 4 or 5 jobs while I was, because real estate just wasn't making money. I was eating shit. And then after like year 4, I actually kind of started making some money and was able to go full time. But really, for me, I don't think you should listen to anyone that doesn't walk the walk, because there's a lot of people that talk the talk. And I used to go to, used to go to therapy and was in some groups. And you just have some fucking people that are broke, bro, like making 40, 50K a year trying to fucking teach me about abundance. Like, motherfucker, you can barely make ends meet. What the fuck are you going to tell me about abundance? Yeah. And it's just... For me, that's my credential, is that I'd like to think, and comparatively speaking, right? I mean, I'm only fucking 25, guys. Cut me some slack. I'm walking the walk, and I've done some shit with my life. I've made some money, made some friends, connected with the right people. You know, obviously done enough to be on here. And that's the thing, is I like to think that when shit gets hard, you can tell who's actually about it and who quits and who doesn't quit. And I didn't fucking quit. And it's just that simple. I didn't quit on my fitness, didn't quit on my family, didn't quit on my friends, haven't quit on my career. And that's like one of the biggest tells for someone is like, okay, what do they actually do? Because it's really easy to be on social media and, oh yeah, you know, whatever the fuck people like to brag about, like in the club or some shit. But it's like, okay, but what does your boss think about you? What do your fucking friends think about you? Like, what does your actual fucking like girlfriend think about you? And she thinks you're a fucking lazy bum, bro. And so your friends, like, just think you're funny. They can't say, like, oh, man, you know, Ruben's really, he takes care of himself. He looks good. He shows up to fucking work. He makes money. He actually does something instead of piss away his life and his money. And that's really my only credential, I would say, is, like, the results that I've gotten in my life. And a lot of people don't like that because it's, oh, man, I tried so hard. But it's... Dude, no one gives a fuck. Like, and that's the one thing I realized. Like, dude, I'm experiencing that right now. Not a lot of shit's going my way at work. And it's like, oh, sucks to fucking suck. You work 40 hours for something to happen, and we fucking lost the deal, bro. I had like $35,000 worth of canceled contracts that didn't happen. And it's like, clients don't give a fuck. Like, you could give them any fucking excuse. What do they care about? The results. The house wasn't built on time, Michael. You can say whatever you want, man. You can say whatever you want. Ultimately, results matter. And I like to think I've gotten some results. That's the only reason why some people should listen to me. But at the end of the day, it's like, you know, you got to just listen to people that walk the walk. So, yeah.
Well, here, let me give you a little rapid fire, man. So, I took it back to the yearbook for this one. I saw you graduated number 4 in our class, right?
Oh, yeah. That was, yeah, I did.
Yeah. And then also, I think I'm only asking you this because you posted it on your, how much money did you make last year?
I crossed 6 figures. I technically made 130. Well, the IRS may be listening. So
let's assume the IRS is listening. I may or may
not have made 136, but I did. I became the first person in my family to make 6 figures last year. Now, I don't have a lot to show for it because I pissed my fucking money away, and that's why God doesn't let you make a lot of money young. It's so stupid. Like, look at these fucking things, bro. Look at them. fucking complete waste of money. I will say the one thing's I spent some money on some nice suits, some memories. I took my dad.
Yeah.
My sister to Hawaii and my dad on vacation, but I made more than both my parents last year, which I am proud of, but I'm not proud about how I spent that money, because I did spend it on a lot of dumb shit, but then I also did invest in myself and like going to some masterminds that I'm a part of that are totally worth it. And my wish is that I hadn't spent so much money on dumb shit, and I'd spent money on things like that actually improve you, and stuff like the meetup group, dinners and stuff with people that actually matter.
I was just about to ask you that.
Yeah.
That was actually going to be the next question, man. So you have the meetup group. I know you have well, first, let's tell people what the meetup group is, and I know you have a story about how you started it. So I was going to ask you.
Yeah. So that was one of the great things that I did spend money on. I spent like $5,000 to go to Carrot Camp. It's like a real estate mastermind weekend where you go up to Oregon with someone who's actually fucking done something in like multi-million-dollar company. It's actually really incredible what he's done. Mm-hmm. It's in Roseburg, Oregon, and he owns like half the fucking city in real estate. It's insane. Like downtown, he owns like a building and some entire streets. He's transformed it himself just with his company.
Damn.
Doubled the population basically because of the drive, the traffic, the people that move to work at the HQ. It's really incredible. Oregon's beautiful. Outside of Portland, everything is actually really pretty. But he had this dinner, and I'm sitting across the CEO, dude, the company that probably does like 9 figures a year. And I know for damn sure he's doing pretty well for himself. I was just sitting there in the group, and there's 30 people that all paid $5,000. You know, you do the fucking math for fucking 3 days, dude.
Yeah.
Dude made 6 figures alone. And I'm like, man, I need something like this. So I was telling him, like, I yearn for shit like that. And there's not really anything like that. There's a bunch of posers and trying to sell fucking courses and just inauthentic, man. That's the other thing why I feel like people should listen to me is I feel like I know I'm authentic. And so there are some things where I have to not say exactly what I think for career, business, whatever. But he just straight up told me, and I think I excel this way because of my dad. Well, why haven't... I was bitching. I was basically bitching to him. And I love it. He just cut me off and he was like, what have you done to solve the problem? And, you know, it triggered me. And I was like, well, fuck you. I'm not the fucking problem. I'm the solution. But then I really thought about it. I was like, damn, I really haven't done anything. And that was the truth. Mm-hmm. And I was like, and he told me, I was like, Michael, and he actually fucking followed up with me. And I appreciate people that do this shit. They actually mean what they say. He was like, on your flight home, you need to create that group. And I'm going to text you the next morning. And if you haven't created that group, you're going to owe me, I think it was like $500, something serious. I was like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And so I did. I fucking created the group. And of course, you have all these negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, like, fuck, what if no one shows up? And that's what I was telling him. You know, I was just telling him, like, fuck, what if no one shows up? What if they're a bunch of fucking losers? What if they don't respect me? What if they don't like me? Why the fuck should they listen to me?
Yeah.
And I catered it towards younger people, even though there are some older people that do come to the group.
Yes.
Because I felt like there's such a gap between graduating high school and then, oh, I'm an adult. And there's all these fucking adult groups. And there's no one for like 18 to like,
all right, so
I don't know,
25.
what do you consider adult? Like 30, 18 to 30, bro. Yeah. There's like nothing.
Yeah, under 30.
And everyone's just like clubs and bottles and whores and bottle girls and OnlyFans, all this dumb shit, which like, okay, you can do it sometimes, whatever. But there's nothing like that for like entrepreneur, business, personal development. I didn't see anything like that, at least that I knew about and that I felt was genuine. And they're not trying to just like, I feel like people aren't stupid, bro. They know when you're fucking being nice to them to sell them a fucking course. And they're like, fuck you. You know, it's like a stripper being nice to you for money. It's like, yeah, it feels good, but like, what's the fucking truth? If the money wasn't there, she wouldn't be there.
Yeah, of course.
And if their course wasn't trying to be sold, they wouldn't give a fuck about your life, bro. And I think I suffer. I'm not too good at small talk because it's disingenuous in my opinion. Most of it is. I'm like, bro, you don't fucking give a fuck about my day. Like, why are you fucking asking me? Like, just get to the fucking chase. You know, what deals are you doing? That's really what they want to fucking know. You don't care about my family and stuff.
Yeah.
But so I created that to create that environment, and I made a commitment to him, and I told Trevor that I will do it he made me commit for 2 years that I would stick with it, and we just crossed a year like the other month.
Yeah.
And I made the commitment to him and myself, more importantly myself, that regardless of even one fucking person shows up, I will be there and I will talk to him, even if it's just having a conversation with someone who's like-minded for 2 hours once a month. I'll be there. And he made me make that commitment. And so I did. And I'm extremely grateful. I met some great people. You show up, I know you can't see him behind the camera here. I've met some incredible people, man. And some of my best friends, and they're nothing like what I had envisioned people that show up would be. Because you think everyone's going to be like you, and they're fucking not. And the truth is, and this is where I fucked up in high school and middle school, I only hung out with people that were popular jock athletic kids. And I think I would be so much further in life if I'd expanded myself. And if it wasn't for Xbox, I don't think I would have talked to anyone outside of that social circle.
So let me segue this, man.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit to the importance? And it's something I preach a lot in the podcast, and it's kind of the reason why I started the podcast, to facilitate like meeting and having conversation with good people. And the reason I post it is so y'all can meet these people and talk to these people with me. But can you talk a little bit about the importance of networking and surrounding yourself with a good group of guys?
Yeah, man. It's everything.
Yeah.
It's fucking everything. I think that life is already hard enough. Life is fucking hard. And you're going to face so many obstacles. You're going to face so many trials, errors. You're going to fucking fail. You're going to fall flat on your face. And if you don't have the right support group, if you don't have the right people pushing you and encouraging you, you're just going to fucking lose, man. And I think being in sports and in football, and especially in basketball, going back to Luna, you're fucking sacrificing, bleeding, sweating, waking up at fucking 5 a.m. in middle school for basketball practice with these same fucking guys doing suicides, practicing dumbass shit that you hate at the fucking time. All of this shit for one fucking trophy. And Tristan talked about this, man. It makes everything fucking worth it. Everything fucking worth it. And going from that athletic background and or just that competitive background where you're with other, in that instance, right, brothers, working your fucking ass off, suffering, bro. High school football fucking sucked. And
Especially
you finally,
high school.
yeah, bro. And you finally fucking win and you get out in the real world. Like, dude, there's no better fucking feeling. We're looking at fucking Smithson Valley, Judson, all these other fucking high schools. And it's like, I could give a fuck about them, bro. I was just fucking doing suicides with these guys in the fucking rain, bro. We were doing bear crawls. Like your hands are fucking bleeding. The grass is itchy as fuck. It's like 100 and something degrees here in Texas. Like, you fucking died with these guys, man. You could fucking take on anything. And it's like, that's when like the game's on the line, when I'd be looking at Devontae and some of the other guys that I had on my team. Like, we all fucking suffered together, bro. We all fucking suffered together. And it's just a different kind of bond. And you feel that much stronger. And there's a really good parable that my mom would always tell me when I was a kid, and it's important to relationships, but we'll stick to networking for this instance. Yep. One person can put 1,000 birds to flight, two can put 10. I don't know what proverb or parable it is, but I never forgot that. And the premise being, you can accomplish so much more when you're with someone else that's aligned with your goals and values. And I never forgot about that. And tying back to middle school, I think it's just a different feeling, bro. You pull up on the basketball court with your boys. You pull up to the fucking COD lobby with your clan. Dude, your dick is 15 inches, bro. You're 7 feet tall. You can take on anything. Like, I'd experienced that on football. We'd walk on the football field with all the guys. I'm like, fuck yeah. I'd walk on to Nuketown 24/7, Black Ops 1, bro, with my clan. We'd roll up. There wasn't fucking anyone that could touch us, dog. Fucking no one. I'd have my Galil suppressor be mowing these hoes, dude. Yep. Just Blackbird, chopper gunner, dogs on repeat. And it's just like, now put that into life. You get out in the fucking real world. You don't have that, man. That's why people love sports. That's why they love gaming, because they get that. You pull up, you're a fucking badass, and you're in a team full of fucking badasses. And that's how we fucking found everyone for our clan. It's like, God, this fucking kid's so fucking annoying. He just fucking got a Blackbird on him. Fuck him. And then the next game, we're inviting him to our party, and he's now part of our clan. And that's just how life works, bro. And if you have that in every facet of life, with your family, with your friends, with career, with anything, dude, you're unstoppable. And even if you're not unstoppable, like right now, shit ain't going so hot. We're in a fucking recession. I've been taking a lot of L's. I'm even more cognizant of who I surround myself with, because when you're down bad, you need that support system. When you're having a bad practice, you need those guys around you. When you're having a bad sales streak, or having a bad whatever, you need those people around you. And I see it so much with my siblings, and I won't call them out, but they hang around fucking losers, dude, all the fucking time. And I don't get it. I don't. And I understand. Oh, Michael, wah. They can't all be like that. And it's like, okay, fine. Y'all fucking hang out with this bum because he's funny or because he's a friend of a friend. Like, I get it, bro. Not everyone can be fucking perfect. I totally get it. But you're hanging around with someone that's fucking 20-something year old, got their fucking car repoed, is a fucking loser, still smokes weed all the goddamn time, is vaping all this shit. What the fuck value are they adding to your life? Just that one person. Let's just say you're 10 people. You have your immediate family and then 5 friends, we'll say, just for the sake of argument. That one person's going to impact your life. Just keep it equal. 10%. If 10% of your life is like that, dude, you are going to fucking lose. Like, what would your life look like if everyone encouraged you, everyone lifted you up, and you were at 100% from all those 10 people? People don't realize this shit. And it's just, I've seen it so many times, man. All the people that have the money that I want, have the career, the life, everything that I want, they have that in check. Their circle is perfect. Their wife, their husband, their friends, on dot. And it's just, it's a rule of life, man. Go ahead.
No. So let's talk about the other side of the same coin.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about, or describe the process of, I think people struggle a lot with this, cutting people off or getting, like, cutting the,
and that's
where people get their feathers ruffled, man.
And I've gotten better at this because back in high school, in middle school, I was tough. Like, fuck them.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
Okay.
And now, obviously, like, guys, don't fucking, well, Michael told me, and then go fucking tell this shit to your parents and shit.
Yeah.
Like be fucking smart, okay? You can't, don't disrespect your parents. Don't be fucking stupid. I think the bigger part is not a lot of people are willing to say, hey, Ruben, you've gotten fucking fat, bro. And maybe you don't have to fucking talk like me. Hey, Ruben, I noticed you've been skipping the gym.
Yeah.
What's going on? You don't have to fucking be a piece of shit. You don't have to fucking, like, condemn them, but you need to hold them accountable because some people, do need that. I know I fucking need that. And so it's about lifting others up. But then at the end of the day, man, and I realize this, there's just some people, they're just, I realize this in all my past relationships. I was dragging her to success with me, man. I was fucking dragging them to success. And
Kicking and screaming.
You can fit this into any analogy. On your gaming, on football, at work, you are fucking lifting up some fucking lazy loser or someone that just doesn't care. I can think of just so many analogies. Like in football, there's always that one motherfucker that doesn't pay attention to practice. He misses his block and you get fucking creamed. It is what it is. There's always that one dude in gaming that decides to fuck around and be stupid and rush all the fucking time. And now you're down 4v6 on search and destroy. It's 3-on-3. Now you're fucked. You're fucked. And it's just like, you have that in your life, man. And so there's just some times where you got to realize, and I do this, I've gotten better at this now. I'm way more gracious. I just slowly distance myself, or I'm way more deliberate about the time that I spend with them. Mm-hmm. So one of the really hard things that may relate to a lot of entrepreneurs is, dude, my parents were so against me getting into real estate. Like, I was a fucking disgrace to our family. I was wasting the talent God gave me. What was I thinking? What was I doing? Okay. Yes, bro. My I don't want to say biggest haters. It was hard, man, because I went from high school to being popular and cool to then being a fucking simp loser in the library during lunch, to focusing on my grades. That's how I got to number 4. And then going to college, didn't work out, being an entrepreneur. So after that, my identity was in athletics. And then my identity was in my parents' approval and me becoming a doctor, attorney, or whoever. And then I lost my parents' approval because I pivoted and I went a different route. Going
against the grain.
Yeah. And then you're like, fuck, bro, these are my fucking parents, man. I fucking love my mom and dad. I love them. They've helped me. I would not be where I'm at without them. But then it's just like, shit, if I spend all this time with my parents, every single thing that went wrong in real estate, see, I told you, Ruben, that's why you shouldn't have become an artist. That's why you shouldn't have done real estate. I told you, God's telling you to go back to school. And it's like, No, this is an obstacle. This isn't a closed door.
Yeah.
And that's also why you need to be cognizant of who's in your fucking life, because then it's that much harder to endure and persevere when the people are telling you to fucking quit. And that's what they were doing. So unfortunately, I had to reduce my time with my parents dramatically, and it fucking hurt, bro. And that's the truth. That's a lot of the shit these fucking people on social media won't tell you. If you're going to go that route, dude, you have to sacrifice so much. And that was something that it broke my heart, man. I couldn't fucking talk to my parents about my dreams, my aspirations, real estate, the wins. And to this day, I don't know, my parents probably, they have no fucking clue how much money I make. They didn't know any of my real estate success deals. I mean, they know I closed the deal, but I couldn't brag or tell them about that because it's just something I can't talk to them about, man.
Yeah.
And it is what it is. And you just got to learn, like, hey, I had a really good analogy. I can't give the credit because I forget who, but there's 1 minute friends, 1 hour friends, 1 day friends, 1 week friends, and lifelong friends. And you need to have discernment in who's who. The vaping funny pothead is a 1 hour friend at max. You don't hang out with them for a full day. You don't hang out with them for a full week. And you sure as fuck don't hang out with them for a lifetime unless they're going to get better and change or elevate you. And I had to realize, fuck, man, my parents are like 1 minute to 1 hour friends right now, dude. I can't commit that time because life was hard enough. I was working at Academy. I was working at Cracker Barrel. I was doing landscaping and shit with my dad. And I was working real estate from 9 to 5. I was working like 80, 90 hour weeks, bro. And I'll never forget the motherfuckers making fun of me while I was serving and at like, oh, are you still doing real estate, Michael? While I was at Academy, like closing after I got off of work. You never fucking forget those people, bro. And my parents would make subliminal remarks like that. I know this is vengeful and spiteful, but to a certain extent, I still haven't forgiven them for it.
Yeah.
And I'm working on it, and I've gotten a lot better, and I still have an amazing relationship with my parents. So don't take this as fucking hate your parents and don't talk to them, because I still respect them. I still work to go to church with them every Sunday and spend time with them. But it's just one of those things, man. And that's the shit that people don't fucking talk about. That's the side of things that the people who've actually been through the shit, they know what I'm talking about. They know what I'm talking about. And there's just some people, and it's not a bad thing. I'm not like, oh, I'm better than you because I endured this. But to a certain extent, I am. But that doesn't mean I'm a better person. It's just that's the shit that like Instagram and why people should fucking listen. Because I'll be the first fucking person to tell you, hey, bro, shit ain't easy. Stop fucking complaining. You know, there's a time and place to complain with certain people. But then at the end of the day, there's some people that complain their whole fucking life. Oh, my parents don't believe in me, Michael. Oh, my girlfriend. And it's like, then fucking stop talking to them like that, man. Yeah. I'm not telling you to run away from home, but stop talking to your parents every fucking Saturday and Sunday and going to the family barbecue, dude. Go to fucking work. And that was the one good thing that kept me from like suicide, depression, all this shit. Bro, I was working so fucking much, I didn't have time to fucking be sad, man. I barely had time for fucking girls. And it's like, that's the shit people don't talk about. You know, I was largely unavailable Friday night, Saturday night, and Sunday night. Because I was fucking serving at Cracker Barrel or Papado, or I closed at Academy. And it's like, I couldn't get into trouble because I wasn't going to call into work. And maybe some people are different than me. I fucking hated calling into work, bro. My managers and, oh man, they don't give a fuck about you. It's like, bro, when they see Michael Guzik on the schedule, they know I'm going to show up. I can count on one hand how many times I called in. And I started working since I was like 16, man. Can count on one hand how many times I called in. I fucking showed up to work the next day after I got my wisdom teeth removed, dude. It's like, it's just a different mindset. It's a different mindset. When they see Ruben's name, fuck, Ruben's going to show up and he's going to work. Cause you fucking know, bro. People know, like, oh, fuck, there's Joe Blow. Yeah, he's called in like a bunch of times. Like, he's not dependable. You know, you get in a fucking street fight, you get in whatever. You can't fucking count on him. You're down 2v5 on search and destroy. He's a fucking loser, bro. It's basically 1v5. You're not gonna be like, oh man, he can clutch it up. No. And it's just how it is. So long story short, yeah, you got to be careful, man. And that doesn't mean you got to be rude
about it
and be disrespectful. But sometimes that is needed. And sometimes people do need a slap in the face. I really do think that. Now you have to have discernment. Don't fucking do some dumb shit and say I told you. Have discernment on where and when. But
And how?
Sometimes, man, some of my really good friends in high school, I just had to distance myself, dude.
Yeah,
It's just, it is what it is. You go from, I wasn't on Xbox all the time because I was working at Bill Miller's, man.
Yeah.
It's like, man, sorry guys, I can't fucking stay up till 3 a.m. Friday and Saturday night anymore. I gotta open at Bill's tomorrow, dude. I mean, it is what it is.
No, it is what it is. Let's pivot a little bit to something a little more philosophical, man. There's this term that's thrown around a lot. It's a little bit overplayed, but we'll play with the concept a little bit. It's called a high value man.
Oh boy.
Oh brother, how do you define a high value man?
How do I define
A high value man, in your own words?
Man, I wouldn't even say high value man. I really like Andy Frisella, first former MFCEO. Are you living up to your potential? And that's really what it's about. I think if you dilute it down, the question is, are you living up to your potential? Are you living up to your physical potential, financial potential, mental, spiritual, relationship? And most people aren't. And I think that term, it's kind of sad that even has to be thrown around because it just goes to show the people that aren't doing that. They're not doing the work. Mm-hmm. And you could sum it up like people that are doing the work and people that are doing what they need to do, man. Like taking care of your body, taking care of your mind, working hard. It seems it's pretty simple. I was raised a different way to where it's like you are required to do all of those things. And essentially that's what it is doing what you're fucking required to do. And it's just different. It's just different, right? You have to have so many things on point and you don't have to be a 10 at everything, man, but be a fucking 6 or 7, dude. Like you're so many people, and this is a huge frustration, man. God has given so many people just incredible gifts, man. And I see them piss it away, and it pisses me off. And Ed Milet talks about this, and I have nightmares about this sometimes. Like when I die, I'm going to go to heaven. And I really think, you talked about this, before you get in, and maybe this is just some sick, twisted thing that I tell myself so I continue to work hard. And if that's the case, I don't think it's a net negative. I think it's a total net positive to my life, regardless. So even if you don't believe it, but think about it. It's the principle. God is going to show you, hey, this is who Ruben Mendoza could have been if he'd done everything and used all the gifts I gave him. And this is what you were and what you became. Are you even fucking close? And most people would be no. And that's just the truth. And I think about that a lot, man. I think about what my kids would think about me. I think about what my future wife would think about me, my grandkids, what my grandparents, my ancestors, the people that are in heaven looking at me. Is Michael wasting his life away? And is he doing something good for the world? Is he using his mental, physical, financial, everything to better himself and better the people in his life? Is he taking care of the people that take care of him? Is he taking care of himself so he can live long enough to see his grandkids? No. Well, then you're not a high value person in general. And I don't know what to tell you. And people just don't like to hear that. And that really is what it is, man. You're just living up to your potential. And you're working on becoming the best version of yourself possible. Now, what does that look like for people? I don't know, man. Some people have experienced some horrible fucking things in their life. Horrible. Have been, fucking legs blown off. Grew up in traumatic households, man. And they're fucking killing it in real estate, which is where I'm at. And I'm sitting here, I grew up in a middle-class household. I mean, I wasn't fucking rich. Both my parents were teachers. Had to get a job if I wanted to take girls out on dates and have a car and shit. But, I mean, I didn't grow up in a bad life.
Yeah.
And there's people worse off that are doing 5 times better than me. And I see these motherfuckers that went to Brennan, too, and they talk about how their life was hard. You don't fucking know shit about life being hard, bro. You went to fucking A&M by yourself, just using a college. You went to Texas Tech by yourself. Oh, it's fucking hard. Bro, your fucking parents are paying for everything. You're not working for shit. What the fuck is hard? Your fucking math test? Like, let's be fucking real here, dude. It's just absurd. It's fucking absurd. I don't get it. But you could, are they being a high value student? No. They're not studying. They're not going to fucking class. They're not getting tutors. They're not doing what they're supposed to do. And that's really what it comes down to.
Kind of piggybacking off of that. What does it take to, and maybe these are one and the same, or maybe this is the relevant question, but what does it take to achieve happiness and fulfillment in your life?
Man.
And maybe those coincide.
I'm a fucking weirdo, so I feel happy when I'm working and I'm making money, man. And that's the truth. When I
don't think that's weird.
When I just went on a trip to Hawaii. I took my sister on a trip to Hawaii. Went with some good friends of ours. And it was the first time I'd gone on a week-long vacation in a very long time. I was fucking miserable. And I was waking up at 3 a.m. Hawaii time so I could make my 8 a.m. meetings here. I was fucking miserable. I wanted to go back. I wanted to get back to working, dude. I get fulfillment from that. I think like there was never a better feeling when I would wake up, I'd work all fucking day, I'd have money, and I'd go out and I'd be able to have money to pay for fucking dinner. And I'm sitting there at fucking Brasau or wherever, and you're like, dude, I just fucking crushed today. And I mean some good ass steak with a hot girl. Fuck yeah. Dub. It is what it is, man. And some people just don't get that. And I've never understood that. It's like, it feels so much better. It feels so much fucking better when you earn it. When you can look back and you're like, dude, I fucking worked my ass off for this deal, for this contract, for this client, for whatever, for this girl, for this car. I love my fucking car, bro. I bought that shit all on my own. I think my dad deterred me from getting it. I had to cough up so much fucking money for that dumb shit. And every time I look at her, I call her Lexi. It's the name of the fucking girl that broke my heart and I broke her tooth. I named my car after her so I could be fucking proud of her. But I look at her and she's a symbol of, dude, I worked my fucking ass off to have this car.
Yeah.
And every time I step in that car, it's not a fucking Bentley. It's not a Rolls or anything. Not a Lambo. But I earned that shit.
It's a Lexus.
And there's some people, man, and that's the thing. And people, they just, you know this, man. At your core, you know the difference between someone who's earned it and who's been given. And I could use so many analogies for this on Xbox. Back in the day, I know people were different. There's people that would hack and mod for a 5 KD. And then there was people like me that earned the 4 KD. When shit got tough, you could fucking tell who earned the 4 KD, man. It doesn't fucking matter what was given. You just fucking knew. Everyone in my fucking clan knew, oh shit, Mike's the last one. He's the best of us. He fucking earned it, not some fucking clown that bought his stats. You know, it's the same thing with the trust fund baby or some fucking, I don't know, person that was gifted a position. When shit gets hard, when the recession hits, you know who's worked hard. You know the entrepreneurs that went through fucking shit. You just know. And that's just how it is, man. That's how you build confidence. 10 girls reject you. You go to the 11th. You learn from your fucking mistakes. You're confident. You get the girl, man. If you were just given the girl, you wouldn't know how to do shit. And it's just how life is, man. You got to earn it. You got to work hard. And that's how you build confidence, dude. Yeah. Like fitness was the first thing. That fucking girl. That fucking girl. The whole reason why I started working out, bro. It's so funny. My friends couldn't get me to work out. My basketball coach, my football coach couldn't get me to work out. Some skinny fucking shit. Some dumb hoe broke my heart. And she basically told me that, because she got a fake tooth, right? So we didn't immediately break up. That was a bit dramatic. She got a fake tooth. And she broke up like 2 or 3 weeks later. Left me for the guy she, I think, ended up getting pregnant with. And I appreciated her honesty because most fucking girls aren't honest. She told me, you just don't look as good as him. He's athletic and strong, and you're a fucking string bean. It's basically what you said. Now I'm paraphrasing here, right?
You're saying it how you heard it in your head.
Yeah, my 7th grade, I was fucking traumatized, dude. I swear on my life. The next day, I went to my dad because my dad won bodybuilding competition. He was like Mr. Olympia for like, I forget what segment in the state of Michigan, dude. He was fucking jacked as a kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, Dad, I need an Arnold Schwarzenegger workout. I need to get big. And he put me on a fucking workout every single fucking day that summer. In the evening, I did a 45-minute workout, bro. And I'm not exaggerating. I missed pool parties. I missed a bunch of dumb shit. That is why I started fucking working out my 8th grade summer year going to high school. I didn't touch the fucking weight room at all. And I was getting bullied around. I mean, fuck, I was on B team, bro. There were so many extenuating circumstances that would have compelled me to do that. I didn't do that shit until I got my heart broken. Extremely grateful, hindsight 2020. But you put in the work, man. And then when you look at yourself in the mirror and you look good fucking naked and girls want to fuck you, that's where you get confidence, man. You can't fucking sit there and mantra your way to, I'm sexy, I look good. It's like, bro, you know you're fucking lying deep down. The results for the girls that are banging you the results aren't lying, bro. The world doesn't lie. And you can't, like, God, I was just listening to this whole video on Lizzo. It's just so fucking dumb, bro. They're trying to tell me she is not. I guarantee you, I love her confidence. How confident would she be if she fucking worked to get in shape? She'd be fucking 10 times more confident. She'd be way more inspirational. Her impact would be 100-fold. And it's just, that's how it is, man. But what does that require? You putting in the work, you doing things you don't want to do, and you being dedicated and committed. And most people want to get rich overnight. They want to get the BBLs. They want to get the titty surgery. They want to get the tummy tuck. They want to get the this, the that, the quick answer. And then what fucking happens? They go right back to being fucking fat. Why? Because they didn't do the work. The inner character is not aligned with where they want to be. And you can have a poor man and give him $1 million. He's going to be fucking poor and whatever because he didn't work. He didn't have to budget. He didn't have to grind. He didn't have to earn it. And it's just, that's how it is. So that's how you build confidence. You do the fucking work.
Let's segue into talking about the ladies, man. So.
Oh, you're going to get me in trouble here, man.
No. I promise. We looked over I had a few people look over the questions, make sure it was nothing crazy. But
I got to be careful. I know who's watching. Go ahead.
All right, man. So the first question would be, as a man, is having a good woman in your life a net positive or a distraction?
The right woman is never a distraction. Okay. Now, the problem is finding the right one, right? And that's the
right one, yeah.
That's the hard part, bro. I was very fortunate. I grew up in a house with an incredible mom, incredible grandma, incredible aunt. I had amazing women in my life. And so when you grew up in a good household like that and you've seen nothing but love and what real love looks like and sacrifice and a good marriage and overcoming obstacles and working together and that 10 times power from two people working together, and you get out in the real world and you think that if you're nice to girls and you treat her right and you do all this shit that they're going to be like my mom. I was in for such a rude awakening, bro. And that is what red pilled me, to be honest. I'm not like super red pill, but I am red pill. Is that reality. And I've seen what my dad's been able to accomplish, what our family's been able to accomplish because of my mom. And that's the one thing I don't agree with a lot of these sides. It's all women ain't shit, blah, blah, blah. Most women are. I completely agree, especially now, especially our age, bro. I feel like if I was born in the 80s, I think I would fit more in line with the 80s. I really do. Music, everything. But that's not reality. And the reality is like I would come home to my mom and then you go out to high school with these girls and you're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Mom, you told, and this is why I don't listen to my mom for girl advice to a certain extent. She does provide some value, but you cannot listen because they're not like my mom, bro. They're not like my grandma. They're not like my aunt. They're not like the women in my life. And it's just, if they were, and I realized, man, like my mom is a diamond in a rough. And I don't like to say this. I don't like to use the word fucking lucky, but I got very lucky in the household that I grew up in with the mom that I had. My mom wasn't some fucking slut. She didn't have cleavage all over the place. I didn't have a divorce. She didn't cheat on my dad or anything. Mm-hmm. She worked. She loves working with kids. She's a teacher. She's absolutely incredible. I already told her this, and I'm saying it on camera, so I stay consistent with it. My kids aren't going to fucking public school. My parents are homeschooling our mom. My mom is an incredible teacher, dude. She just has the best feminine, kind, loving energy, and I've seen what that's allowed my dad to do and allowed me to do when I knew that I could go to fucking football games and my mom would have the water, she'd have the snacks, she'd have my pads and everything, bro. I could fucking concentrate on running plays, on working hard because I knew my mom had my back, man. And she's not even my fucking girl. You know, it's like my mom. And that was when I learned really early on. And then you get into high school and college and you realize, holy shit, bro, girls are not like this. And I've seen it so many times where I've seen a successful guy go downhill because of the wrong girl.
True.
It happened to me, man. During COVID, was with the wrong bitch. And she fucked me up so bad, bro. Fucked me up so bad. And it's so funny because I was praying I was like, God, please. And God, I was so pathetic. And The next month, I made the most amount of money I ever fucking made because I had heartbreak. I couldn't fucking sleep. I did nothing but fucking work, bro. I made 45 grand that next month, dog. Damn. 45 fucking grand at like 23 years old. Now I don't make that every month, guys. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm not lying.
So it goes
so
up
I'm
and
not
down,
some fucking liar acting like, oh yeah, I fucking make 40 G's a month. That definitely is an anomaly. But I feel like God just used that to be like, dude, this is what you could have been accomplishing if you hadn't been pissing away your last couple of months with this hoe.
Yeah.
And I don't know if God says hoe, but she was a hoe. And, it's just critical, man. It's the same thing with 10 times power, bro. You're 1 with her, you're 10. Because there's just so much dumb shit I don't want to fucking worry about, bro. I don't want to worry about cooking. I don't want to worry about cleaning. I don't want to have to worry about all this, like the little nitty gritty detail bullshit. I feel like girls and women excel so well at that. I fucking love my sister. She plans all of our birthday parties, the decorations, the events, the food, the everything. I just got to show up looking good, which isn't that hard. I make sure I take care of myself and I bring the money. And hey, Catherine, how much do I owe you? Dude, having her in my life and my mom has ruined me. Because then you get out into the sea of hoes and you're like, you're not even in shape and you don't have any of these qualities. What the fuck? And it just kind of ruins you. So back to the point, man, the right woman is absolutely a net positive. And there are some good girls out there. But I would argue most good girls are already taken at this point, man. And that's the unfortunate future.
Yeah.
And some of the guys, and this is the problem. And this is the problem with guys because for people like me that are always wanting more and it serves you and it hurts you, you will take for granted some of the good people in your life. And so one of the things that I've been working to embody in my life is take care of the people that take care of you. Mm-hmm. And if you have a good girl in your life, you need to take care of her. And what that looks like, fucking communicate like a grown-ass adult and figure out what that looks like for her. But most of the time, I think most people aren't fucking stupid. You have common sense. You know what taking care of people looks like, bro.
Yeah.
I witnessed it growing up. Now, I know not a lot of people had a good household like that, but I knew what a healthy household looked like. So I got kind of lucky in that regard, but it also ruined me, man, because I knew what love looked like. I knew what a healthy relationship looked like. I did not know what fucking toxic. I did not know what red flags look like. I didn't know what. So I had to learn the hard way. I had to get my heart broken. I had to get cheated on. I had to figure out we weren't a good fit because you grow up and you think all these girls are like my mom and my grandma and my aunt, man. And then you get out in the real world and get in an argument with some dumb bitch because I fucking opened her car door. I don't need you to open the door for me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Jesus, dude. Like, what are we talking about here, man? Like,
you really had a girl tell you that?
Yes, bro. Fucking dumb hoe. Didn't go on the second date with her. Dunzo.
I might have ended it right there. Shit,
I don't care how big her titties are, dude. You got to move on.
Yeah, for sure, brother. Next thing I was going to ask, man, what are the check boxes you have to tick off if you're trying to seriously date? Let's talk for guys specifically.
I can't speak for guys, but I can't speak for me.
Oh, you can do that.
I got asked this in therapy and in my mastermind and personal development groups. And it really ties down to one word, personal development, man. Most of these girls peaked in high school physically, financially, everything. They get fucking fat. They get arrogant. They still think they're the same fucking hot, popular girl. You were the shit. You aren't the shit anymore. Humble yourself. You're like maybe a 5 right now. Maybe if I was drunk at a club at night, yeah, maybe I'd bang you.
Jesus
in the
Christ.
daytime, it's just not like that, bro. Like, let's stop pretending. And so checking the boxes, man, for me, and this crosses off about 90% of girls not being a fucking hoe. All right, let's just start with that, bro. No bottle girls, no OnlyFans, no fucking strippers, no any of that shit, dog. Social media, bikini pics, just fucking gross, man. Like, this is the parameter that I use. And this humbled me really quick. Company business meeting. Bunch of fucking millionaires. Would I be proud to bring her there and have her associated with me? Would you be proud to bring her around the boys? Probably not. Why? Because she's a fucking hoe. And it's so simple, man. Like, these CEOs like, oh, how did y'all meet? Or, looking her up or just knowing her because her fucking son smashed her or some shit, bro. It's just, it is what it is, man. And then you're with other high value women, other women that are married to billionaires, millionaires, and high class men. These women, they have class. They've been married for years. They have families. They can fucking sniff the wrong person out, man. And you're around another group, and you need to win the favor of these clients, these people, these families, and their wife will make or break a deal, dog. Some people don't fucking believe this shit. You better hope their fucking wife likes you, because if not, she will kill the deal. Kill it. And people don't fucking believe that shit. Like, oh, fuck bitches, bro. No, you better hope her mom likes you. You better hope his wife likes you.
Yeah.
You better. And if you're with the wrong girl and she sees you and she's like, oh man, Ruben, Michael likes hoes. They're like, oh fuck, what else does he not have discernment in business and in life? It's just intuitive. You think that, man, he's choosing that girl. Where else is he making bad decisions? You may not be making bad decisions in any other facet of life, but that's what happens. Anyways, so that has to like fitness, bro. Has to like working out. I want my kids to be healthy. I want my kids to be in shape. I want my wife to live a long time. I want my kids to have their mom there for their whole life. Not the whole life, but majority of it.
Yeah.
And if she doesn't take care of her fucking fitness, that's just a huge red flag. There's a bunch of other little nitty gritty things, but it really boils down to personal development, man, because there's a lot of people that don't have a lot of those things. But I think one of the best characteristics of anyone in general, especially women, is being open to getting better. And not a lot of people are like that. Not a lot of people. And I learned that the hard way. You realize that a lot of people are prideful, and pride isn't wrong. Pride is the reason why I take care of myself and I look good. But I am humble enough to know that if any of these people here are better in a certain avenue and they tell me, hey, Michael, you're a fucking idiot. You do this instead of that because this is why you're fucking up. Yeah, I may be triggered. Yeah, I may not fucking like hearing that I'm wrong, but I'll fucking listen, bro. It's just one of those things. Like, I just got humbled this last week. Michael, I've been doing this for years. Shut the fuck up. I'm like, oh, fuck, okay. Results speak for themselves, man. And most people, he's being a dick. It's like, bro, this dude's trying to make you better.
Yeah.
And everyone has a different way of doing that. Most people, oh, it's not PC, call HR. It's like, dude, I don't give a fuck. I care about results, man. And I've had to be humbled the last like year and a half. Would you rather be right or would you rather get paid? And most people, they would rather be right than have the relationship work out. And it's like, why would I want to be with some fucking disagreeable girl like that, dog? And most of them are, man. Like, oh my God, you should see the bullshit I have to deal with. It's like, who gives a fuck? Who gives a fucking fuck? No one. Are we trying to work things out? Or are you just trying to argue? And they want to argue, man. And what does that really boil down to? Personal development. Are they trying to get better? No, they're trying to be right. And that's most girls these days. So if she's like that, man, that's a huge red flag. Just personal development in general.
For sure, brother. Let's say that you got to the first date, man. 2 green flags, 2 red flags. First date.
2 green flags. She doesn't flake. So I would say that's a prerequisite. She can actually honor her commitments. Most of these fucking girls can't. And I don't blame them because they have so many fucking options. It's absurd. Honoring your commitments. And if she shows up on time, bro, that's a huge green flag. Most girls don't do that shit. Now, it isn't a huge red flag. She doesn't show up on time, but it's a huge green flag.
If she does show up on time.
Yeah. And then green flag, what else? Man.
Never had
She's kind. I would say that. Yeah. Some girls do nothing but talk shit about other girls on dates, dog. And I don't get it. Why the fuck do I care about that other girl? I don't give a... I'm on a fucking date with you. What the fuck do I care about her for? Yeah. It's just... So 2 green flags right there before I go off on a tangent.
Yeah. 2 red flags.
Red flags. Flakes. Gives some lame-ass excuse. Talks about her exes. And what's another red flag? Disrespectful to the server or the servers or the service people, bro. This is such... I fucking stopped talking to some girl. That fucking Freebirds bitch. Because she was being disrespectful to the fucking people that work there, dog. I couldn't fucking believe it, man. Like the cash register, just snide, arrogant bullshit, dog. And maybe it's because I worked in the service industry and I was a server. I was a busboy. I've been there. My grandma, immigrant, came from Mexico, dude. Super humble beginnings. Super humble beginnings. I see my grandma and every single one of those women that do the custodial shit. So that's why I have such profound respect for them. And maybe people just don't like that. And I was also raised yes, ma'am, yes, sir, all that shit. So when they're rude to people like that, man, and there's a difference between they're being fucking rude to you and or they're giving you attitude about just bad service bullshit. There's a difference because I have gotten disrespectful to them. Yeah. But for no fucking reason, that's a huge red flag, dog. Because how is she going to treat, how does she, just all these questions. How does she treat her parents? How does she treat her friends? How does she treat her other coworkers? How is she going to treat your kids? How is she going to treat you when she's not in a good mood, man? If she's disrespectful to the server, the host, the custodial, the busboys, immediate red flag. I don't fucking talk to that bitch again. Maybe bang her. Don't talk to her again, dude. And it happened once at Freebirds. She was also arguing with me about fucking masks, like some dimwit. So yeah, that was just 2 red flags, huge red flags. Nope. No, sir. Not doing it. Because it's just a fundamental character trait where, I don't know, man. What would you call that? Like where they're just disrespectful to the service workers, like fucking arrogant, just
pretentious is the word.
Yeah, man. Just lack of respect, dude.
Above.
Like this is the fucking guy busting the tables, man. Have some fucking respect for him. Yeah. At least he's fucking working. You never worked a goddamn day in your life. That's why you don't fucking know shit. It is what it is. So those are 2 red flags for sure.
Yeah. And then the last one, the quick one. You got a favorite scent or cologne?
Oh, man, I do not. My brother has it Invictus, and I just like it because it's a gold fucking trophy, and I love fucking winning.
Yeah.
I was smelling these. These smell pretty good.
Yeah.
I use...
you got to give advice to the
I use Lacoste. So I use a Lacoste scent. I was gifted a cologne, and my fucking aunts and grandma are so annoying, bro. They gave me so much fucking cologne every year for Christmas from like Ross or Marshalls. Bless their hearts, because that's all they could afford. But... I had so much cologne I didn't know what to fucking do with. And they finally got me some from Dillard's.
Yeah.
Polo Ralph Lauren smells like shit. And I used to always wear Polo. But, like the clothing. But the fucking cologne, dog.
Red, blue, green, which one?
It was fucking red, dog. They all fucking smell the same. It's shit. It's so bad. But I went on a nose testing, man. I felt like some fucking crack addict. I was smelling so much, they were having to give me the fucking salt and shit so my nostrils could smell again, dog. Yeah, man. I was so fucked up. I went through like 100 colognes. I shit you not.
Damn.
And I finally landed on this Lacoste one that actually smells good. It actually reminds me, I need to buy it again. It's a whole world, bro. I never realized how expensive colognes are, man.
Yes.
You got to keep in mind, I grew up on fucking Axe, dog. Like middle school locker room Axe. It's like $5. Axe. I didn't really care. My dad's very... super conservative.
Yeah.
And cologne, you don't wear it because it covers up your natural scent. Your natural scent is what girls like, blah, blah, blah. And he's very, dude, my dad is so fucking intelligent. He was like, and it's true because really what cologne stems from is that you're faking a natural scent that subconsciously women like because all this neurological bullshit that he knows that I don't.
Shit,
yeah, where you basically... You're fertile, you're strong, you're masculine, and that's basically what cologne is that's why it was created. And I'm like, Dad, who gives a fuck? It smells good. But he's so anti-cologne, man. Really? It's actually pretty, it's very impressive. And he has legitimate arguments for it. I can't say anything besides like, well, you're wrong. It smells good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what but I don't really like, I'm not too big into it. Like when I wear suits and shit and try and look good, I wear it. But yeah, I probably should get more into it. But
it is a whole world.
Yeah.
I've always been into cologne, you know.
Yeah, there you go, bro. There's nothing wrong with it. Michael, smell good, look good, play good.
Yeah, exactly. I think it helps with the confidence, too. Michael, I'm going to read you some statistics, man.
Oh, shit.
And then I'm going to ask you a question. So you said, allegedly, you made 136.
Yeah.
So this is from the U.S. Census Bureau. So I know we don't trust everything the government says, but this is pretty close as to the truth as I'm going to find on the internet. The median household income, this is household income, not individual income, in 2021 was $55,084.
Jeez.
The median American household income is $70,784. And also, just a quick note, statistics, people, I like to use the median instead of the average. It works better for skewed distributions I feel like income isn't always going to be normal, you know.
Yep.
So I like the median.
I agree.
So
kind of middle of the road, get both sides.
With that being said, you make almost triple, or I mean close to, you make for sure more than double the San Antonio household income average, and you make almost double the American income average. With that being said, you could theoretically, if you wanted to, just hang up your coat, just keep writing it out, and and also we live in the richest country that's ever lived, and just the greatest civilization that's ever lived.
So we can focus on all this stupid bullshit.
You could just live in abundance for the rest of your life. Why do you keep going? Why do you keep pursuing?
Yeah, well, first of all, I only did that for 1 year. So I don't want to act like I'm successful because anyone can get lucky. And I'm not saying that year was lucky, but it was definitely a good market.
But it was, I mean, it
making
was
it repeatable is where the skill is, man. Because anyone can pull a hot girl once. Maintaining her, getting multiple hot girls, that's a different story. Anyone can get the Christmas bonus from the company and be the top salesman. Who can actually repeat that and make it happen more than once? You know, that's where the skill lies. So I want to say that. I've definitely taken a lot of losses this year, so I'm gonna have to fight to make six figures, and I did last year. I definitely worked my ass off, but I was also this is the other thing that people don't fucking think or talk about. That the reason why I made that income, is because I was fucking broke for those 3 years wholesaling. We finally got the land. I helped get the land. We had to replat, rezone, build, and then sell. And that year 4 was when I sold everything. So all my grinding for cold calling and all that bullshit from 4 years ago, that's how I made that fucking 50 grand last year. And people don't see that shit. They just, oh, Michael made this and it's so easy. It's like, dog, I didn't make fucking $30,000, over 30 grand a year for like fucking 16 to 21? I didn't make over that shit. And then finally I made like 25 grand on one deal in December. So I crossed 30 grand in a year. But it was that next year in real estate where I actually made a livable income. Yeah. And that's the shit people don't see, man. It was year 5, I popped off.
Yeah, no, I'm saying, but I'm saying that, you know, you've built your skill,
I
you've
get
built your
what you're
clientele.
saying. Let me segue into that. With all that being said, the reason why, and it's a gift and it's a curse.
Because I'm assuming you're going to keep going up.
That's the plan.
Oh, yeah.
That's the plan.
You plan
but
on.
the skill, life is competition. It's always a struggle. Making six figures consistently, retaining those clients, continuing to make that income, that's where the skill is. That's where, oh, fuck, okay, you know, doing it once, that's luck. Do it twice, okay, maybe he does that. Do it 3 times in a row, okay, this guy does fucking know what he's talking about. And that's the goal. So that's part of the reason why. Because I don't want these motherfuckers that didn't like me or don't like me or, you know, whatever, for anyone to even be able to say, man, you know what, Ruben, yeah, that was a fluke, bro. He just got that one deal, but he hasn't done shit since. Fuck that. Fuck them. Fuck even that conversation even coming up. So that's part of the reason. Okay. The other reason is back to what makes a high value man. Mm-hmm. I know my potential is to do more. I know for a fucking fact. And even if I don't, even if you don't think your potential is to do more, it does nothing. There's no negative to thinking that you're worth that much and you can accomplish that much. There's no negative. It's a total net positive to your life. And so that's the other thing. And it's also like, I have this problem. I need help. And my therapist thinks I need a lot of help, but fuck her. I'm just kidding. I'm not. But the journey, like, I've never been happy once I got there, man. Like, you get there and you're just not fulfilled. You're still empty. And this is why you need to fill your life with stuff outside of this hedonistic club, stripper, cocaine, drug bullshit. Because it's a little bit, bro. And it just satiates you enough for you to realize that your life isn't fucking empty and worthless. And then once it dies down and the high's gone, you're right back into the fucking pit. And I remember I made that money that year. That month that I made 45, which is an exception, I was so fucking miserable. I can see why people say, well, rich people fucking kill themselves. Money doesn't buy happiness. There's some validity to that. Money doesn't buy joy. Money fucking buys happiness. If you don't fucking believe me, go to Christmas when little kids open their fucking presents. They're happy as fuck. I got fucking Black Ops 2 for Christmas, $60 game. I was fucking happy for a solid year playing that shit. You can't fucking tell me money doesn't buy happiness. Try living your life. Try taking some girl out on a date and making her happy with no money, dog. It ain't happening. It isn't. So stop lying. But the validity to that is that money doesn't buy joy. If you think that you're going to have all this fucking money and you're going to be fulfilled and you're just going to be joyful, which is long-term happiness, and be at peace with yourself and who you are lying to yourself, because it's just one aspect. And what broke my heart and what was really sad is that I was on top of the mountain and I was fucking alone. I didn't have my parents. I envisioned myself being with some girl that had been with me since the beginning. I envisioned having friends who came up with me. I had no one to celebrate with, bro. And that is the worst type of victory. It reminds me of the Book of Eli with Denzel Washington.
Yeah, it's a movie.
The guy finally wins control of everything in the water source, and he looks back. He's lost his entire army, his town, his everything. You won, but at what cost? And you have to figure out what that cost is. And I burned a lot of bridges because of that dumb hoe. And that was my fucking mistake. And I take ownership for that. But now when I win, I have people around me. And I don't make 45K months all the time. But even when I make 10K months and I have people around me that win, or I help people win, that's what brings fulfillment. And that's why I keep going, because I not only feel like it's an obligation to continue to win and to continue to do better, I need to show people what's possible. I need to show my kids what's possible. I need to show my grandkids what's possible. I need to show my friends, my family. You have people looking up to you, bro. I even everyone here watching, there is someone that fucking looks up to you, and you owe it to them to win. And I didn't realize I had my little cousins looking up to me, dude. And this is really humbling, like insanely fucking humbling. On my, it makes me super fucking emotional. Thank God I'm wearing glasses. It was like my 22nd birthday and 23rd birthday. And I had my birthday card, and all of my siblings, like, I broke down crying, man. They all said that they were so proud of me for enduring and not giving up on my dreams and not giving in to my parents and college and all this shit. And that I showed them what was possible and what could be accomplished, and that you can pursue your dreams. And I was that for them, man. I had no fucking clue those nights where I was working 3 fucking jobs and I wasn't making shit, and I was constantly getting denied and rejected and all this shit, that my siblings were watching being like, is Ruben going to give up? Is this where Ruben gives up? Is any of this really possible? Oh, fuck, Michael did give up. Yeah, our parents are right. We should just fucking quit and get a 9-to-5 and work some corporate bullshit job. You have fucking people watching you, dude. I have my fucking, like, that's why I have my fucking grandma on my fucking wristband, dude. I think about this shit a lot. I've had this bracelet since like fucking junior or senior year, man. You have people in heaven watching you. Like, you have so many people that you owe so much to, man. Like, it is insane. And it just blows my mind that people have no consideration for winning or just doing good. But let's not even talk about being great. Let's just doing good. Your fucking kids, your parents, who the fuck else? Your high school teachers, your professors. Like, you have so many people like that. They're proud. Man, my son is doing great. Man, my nephew's doing great. My brother's doing great, dude. And this is your fucking girl, your wife, your husband. They want to be able to say that fucking shit. They can't say that shit because you're some lazy fucking bum going to St. Mary's Strip every fucking week. Your parents are embarrassed of you, dude. I can't even fucking fathom, man. That was the hardest part about entrepreneurship. This is the hard shit. My fucking parents were embarrassed of me for 3 to 4 years, bro. Embarrassed. And some of you motherfuckers are like this all the goddamn time. And I don't know how you fucking live with yourself. It just blows my mind. My parents being embarrassed of me is like one of the worst fucking things that could have happened to me, man. And that's also why I didn't fucking give up. Because I was too prideful to go back to my dad and go back to my mom and be like, you know what? Y'all are right. Entrepreneurship, and I am a loser. This shit doesn't work out, and you're right. Fuck no, dude. I was like, and this is where, negativity. Bro, I hated the thought of that so fucking much. It drove me to endure so much bullshit at work. You would not fucking imagine. Because I was not about to walk back to my house and be like, yeah, you know what, Dad? Yeah, you know what, Mom? You're right. Real estate's a fluke. I don't have what it takes. I'm a fucking quitter and a loser. Let me just go back to some fucking physical therapist job making $60K a year and be fucking miserable. I wasn't willing to do that. And I don't know why people... I can't think like that, man. I genuinely can't. Yeah. And some people, I'd like to think most people know it's true, but I definitely surround myself with people that do think like that because it's bigger than you. The money is bigger than you. I got so happy. Like, my greatest fulfillments from that meetup group, because it cost me fucking money. I don't make money on that shit. I lose money, quote unquote, is from connecting with people and hearing what they're doing and how I help their life, man. Like, that's priceless. That's priceless. I'll never forget. I'll never forget. I was going to pick up checks. It was like 20 grand worth of commission for like 3 deals that I closed. And I'd helped one of my friends close the deal and start winning. And he called me super excited, bro. Like, it made my fucking week. I picked up those commission checks earlier. I could have cared less about the money. Now, don't get me wrong. I fucking cashed those checks. So I'm not some fucking Mother Teresa here. But that contribution and lifting others up and making people better and taking care of the people that take care of you and hearing the people around you win, that's what life's about. And that's where I get fulfillment from right now, surrounding myself with other people, helping them get better, and then winning. And there's no price on it, man. There's no fucking price. Just like the fucking other day, I gave my brother some tip, made him some money on stocks. It made my fucking day. I'm like, fuck yeah. Just help my brother make like $600 on some stupid trade. And that made my day, man. I could have closed the fucking deal. I would have cared more about helping him win. And that's just a different mindset. Don't get me wrong. I like fucking winning too. But that's where the winning mindset and the money comes from, is you realize you can help people with money, man. That trip to Hawaii cost me a lot of money. But the good thing, my sister being around me and my brother, she ain't gonna fucking marry no bum. She's gonna have to bring him home and compare him to me, and I guarantee I make most guys look like shit. We're talking about this. Same thing with her, dude. It's like, she's not gonna bring home some fucking loser. She's like, oh fuck, he's broker than Michael. He's not in shape. He doesn't look as good. Oh man, it just is what it is, man. So that's the best thing you could do for your siblings, to be the best version of yourself, so they marry the best possible partner. But that smile and her genuine happiness and never forgetting that shit, it made the entire bill worth it. And that's something that people will never understand. Because the truth is, and I'm sorry, Catherine, I fucking hated the trip, bro. I did not have fun. I would have rather been at work. It ruined my fucking routine. Now, I did have some fun. But if you ask me, hey, Michael, would you rather have had the money or the vacation? Give me that fucking money. But that fulfillment there, man, I was able to take my dad. He's a huge U of M fan, to go see Michigan play Michigan State in the big house. It was his very first time being in the stadium, dude. This is the kind of household I grew up in. My dad was so fucking broke going to college at U of M. Back in the day when colleges were actually worth a damn, you would get 2 free tickets for every home game for being a student because you were getting fucking bent over with tuition. He would have to sell those just to pay for his fucking food, bro, because he was paying for books and all this bullshit. Mm-hmm. He went there for 4 years and didn't go to a single fucking game.
Damn.
8 times 4, bro. 32 games. And he's obsessed with Michigan, man. That's why you can't see my fucking lanyard. It's over there. I'm a Michigan fan just because of fucking him, man. And I took him to that game. We went to see my family. And my dad's always saying, but we can't visit our family because it costs too much money because there's 6 of us. And that's where my hatred for the fucking term of we don't have enough money came from. And I don't want to speak it into existence, but I'll just simply say my grandparents aren't doing too well. I don't know how long they'll be alive. And I'm sitting here thinking that I'm going to miss out on a memory with my grandparents for fucking $6,000, dude. I don't understand that. I don't. There's some things worth far more than money that money can't buy, dude. And that trip is one of them. And I got to see my grandma for the first time in like 10 years. And she baked me cinnamon rolls, homemade. I got to talk with her. We hung out with her. I got to see my grandpa. I got to pick him up from the nursing home and take him out. And I took my dad to the big house, dude. And it was priceless. It was like $1,200 for fucking those seats. It was like middle row, right on the 50-yard line, 9 rows up, dude. You could see the fucking players coming out of the tunnel. And it was like watching my dad's inner child he was so fucking excited. It was like watching, it was so cute. And I don't like to say that word 'cause it's like not masculine, a grown man being cute. But it was adorable, dude. I saw my dad be so innocent, and it was so fucking funny. He's such a fucking liar. So Michigan State come out, and they're like considered little brother and Michigan's big brother because it's Michigan State and the whole rivalry. And the crowd is chanting, "Little brother," bah, 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 like basically making fun of him. And it's insane, bro. There's 112,000 people in the stadium. You couldn't fucking hear shit, dude. It was crazy. Just insanity. And my dad is there screaming and chanting. He never does this shit, dude. Never. And we get back home, and my mom picked us up from the airport, and I was there helping my dad. And my dad we were talking about, and he was like, yeah, they were chanting all this unsportsmanlike conduct shit. And I'm just there looking at him like, fucking motherfucker, you were chanting every single goddamn time. What are you talking about? But it made his day. I was with my dad for an extended amount of time. I also realized, like, dude, I cannot be around my dad for that long because we are way too A-type personality. Okay. Like, I'm making the decision. I'm used to where I'm at. I make the fucking decisions. And you're around your dad, and he's used to always making the fucking decisions. So I'm like, all right, we're going to go here. I just wanted to go here. And I'm like, oh, for fuck's sake. And, it's just like, it was interesting. But that money was totally worth that fulfillment. And that's the shit that I'll remember for a lifetime, and that he'll remember for a lifetime. My grandparents still, to this day, always talk about it. And it was so cute, dude. It was so fucking... And this is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. I pulled up to the nursing home with my grandpa. He was introducing me to every single one of his fucking nursing home friends. This is Michael. This is my grandson that's in real estate. He did this, and this. He was so fucking proud, man. That's what it's about. Can your family, can your siblings, can the people in your life say that to you about your friends? And he was so proud of me. He was talking about it. And they knew all this shit that I was going through, man. It was just insane. Like, I was thinking about it, man. It was so cute. I forget her name. I feel so bad. But her and my grandpa, and she was like, Mr. Michael, me and your grandpa have been praying for you every single day for like the last 4 years. I was like, fuck, bro. I had to turn away because even my eyes start tearing out now. That's heavy. And it's like, fuck, man. If I quit and I gave up, I would have fucking failed them. And I don't even fucking know these people in the nursing home, dude. Mm-hmm. Like, you think about that. You have people rooting for you and praying for you. And you're going to quit for some lame-ass excuse, man. You have so many people that are for you, dude. So many people that are for you if you take care of them. And it's just, that's why you can't off yourself. That's why you can't quit. That's why you can't give up, man. You have way too many people that want to see you win. And you really do owe it to them and yourself to win. So... yeah, I forgot what the original question was, but
that's all good, brother. We're kind of just riffing right now, and we're kind of already on the down slope of it. What's been your biggest challenge so far, man? But I think you kind of spoke to it a little bit. I think it was the parent situation.
Biggest challenge in what regard? Just in general?
In general. Yeah, take a second to think about it.
The biggest challenge, I would say, is just...
or what was just to you, like
I would say just the biggest challenge is staying focused on what's most important. There's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of negativity. It's really easy to get down. It's really easy. Like, I go through phases where I'm like, the whole fucking world is going to shit. Everything's just wrong. God, there's not any good people here. And I just get super negative. And it's really easy to fall into that. I'm helpless. I can't do anything. Life isn't in my favor. I'm a loser. And staying focused and optimistic has been the biggest challenge, because you will fall down. You will get broken up with. Your heart will be broken. People will lie to you. People will betray you. And remaining focused, remaining positive, remaining strong during those times has been the biggest challenge, because it is so easy to give in to despair. And most people do. And you need to surround yourself with people that don't do that shit, because it's so fucking easy. And if people always take the easy route leads to fucking hell. Not literally, but quite literally and figuratively. And it's just, that's not what you want. And usually the road less traveled is the best road, because the best things in life, you have to be earned. You have to work hard for them. And that's the main thing, staying focused and staying on the right path, man. It's so easy with social media, clubs. Like I'm super ashamed to say, like, dude, a young guy with money that looks good, there's so many fucking distractions. There's so many hoes. There's so many wastes of money that you can get into.
Yeah.
And remaining focused, it was learn from my mistake. I was prioritizing hoes and girls over my own fucking family, bro. I was missing out on family time, birthday parties, church, because I was up late Saturday night or just sleeping at my place or whatever. I was missing church, man. I was missing family time. And, you know, I look back and I have a lot of guilt around my grandma's death, to get really personal, because I was missing out on going and visiting my grandma's house and her dying like 2 years for the dumbest fucking shit. For some fucking girl I don't even talk to anymore. For some guys that I don't even fucking hang out with. And it makes me, I'm embarrassed and I'm ashamed, and legitimately when I get to heaven, I'm going to apologize, because I had a lot of guilt around her funeral for that, man. I look back at all the times and all the hours that you can't get back, and it's fucking embarrassing. And that's the hard part, is taking care of the people that take care of you. And I didn't do that, because I was playing video games with some fucking bums. I was out with some fucking girl. It's just so stupid. And that's the hard part, man. And that's the most challenging part, is staying focused and doing what you need to do. And as you start obtaining more success, it gets harder and harder, because there's more distractions. You have more things at your disposal. You can spend your money on more things. But that's the beauty of it, is if it's not hard, it's not really worth anything, you know? And so that's why I work on surrounding myself with the people that have those attributes, or striving to maintain those attributes or become those attributes. Because I need people around me that are disciplined, that do work hard, that do make money. Because when I don't want to be disciplined, which is most of the time, when I don't want to work, which is most of the time, when I don't want to go to the gym, which is most of the time, when I don't want to do the right thing, which is almost all the time, you need those people that are like, no, do the fucking right thing. And that's the hard part, because when you're around those people and when you're like that, it's not what you want to hear. It's not what you want to hear. And, you know, a lot of people want to hear the cute, fuzzy, cuddly bullshit things. And that's not what's going to make you better, man. So, yeah.
There it is. Damn, man. All right, man. We're already winding down, so I'm just going to ask you a few little philosophical...
How long have we been going, dude?
I know you said you had to leave at 1. We're getting close to 1, so I've been like jumping. I've been jumping.
No worries.
Trying to keep pace with the time.
I'm fine with staying if it's important, man. I can postpone a showing. I'd rather make sure I'm providing content quality.
No, we're good. I've been pacing the questions. I skip a... I have like questions and sub questions.
Probably skip like half of them because my big ass mouth.
No, it's good, man. I think it's a podcast, you know.
Okay.
So that's kind of
go ahead.
It's kind of been the point. But let's go into a dream world, man. And I give you a magic cell phone.
Okay.
On this magic cell phone, you can make a call. And when you make this call, you can call yourself at 18, the day after high school graduation. And you have 1 hour. You can't give, obviously, you can't be like, invest in Bitcoin or whatever.
Yeah, that's
you have
true.
To only give wisdom. What does that phone call look like to yourself?
Ooh, man, this is good.
Yeah,
good question.
I thought about this one, yeah.
That's a good question.
You could take a second to think about it also. Don't feel rushed.
I wish, ideally, a dream world.
Yeah, dream
This is what I would do.
It's supposed to be for
all
the
things
audience.
remaining equal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would show them the Instagram and videos of every single person that I gave a fuck about in high school and where they're at now. That is the greatest gift I could give myself.
Okay.
Hey, here's a fucking video of that guy that you fucking listened to, and this is why you didn't wear that clothing, you didn't wear that brand, you didn't do this, you didn't pursue tennis, you didn't pursue soccer because he told you that's what fucking nerds did. Here's where he is in 5 years. Should you give a fuck about this guy's opinion? I wish I could do that shit in 8th grade, man. That's what I would do. If I could change this, I'll cheat here. I would show that to my 8th grade self and be like, hey, here are those boys, here are those girls, here are those people you care so fucking much about. Here's where they're at in 2023. Do you want to be this? No. Then stop fucking listening to them. And that's what I would do, because they're fucking deadbeats. They're not doing shit with their life. They got fucking all these girls pregnant. They don't give a fuck. They're just ruining their lives, bro. And I cared so fucking much about their opinions. Like, dude, I wouldn't ask girls out because, I realized it was all fucking jealousy, bro. They didn't want me. Oh my God. I'd look back, it's just so stupid.
Yeah.
I should have cared way less. That's the one thing. I would show them, I would show myself a video of them, and I would just simply say, would you want to have their life. This is who you're listening to and who you're trying to emulate. And that would be the one point. And since I got an hour, that'd probably only take 10, 15 minutes. It's a really clear picture. It doesn't look good. I would try to instill some of the knowledge that I have right now working hard. I would tell myself to not waste time in college. And I would try and get into entrepreneurship, real estate a lot sooner. I would suggest myself to start following and listening to certain podcasts and people way earlier on.
Yeah, definitely.
And I would... Man, that's really tough, dude. There's just so many things. Like I would have a lot of take care of the people that take care of you. Keep working hard. Don't give up. You're on the right path. I would instill some encouragement in myself because back then, 18-year-old Michael was not as confident as I am right now. Mm-hmm. And I would do my best to instill those characters and values into him then. But I think the biggest takeaway, man, because I could go on and on and on and on, is I would just really clearly show him a video of all the people that I listened to, all the girls that I cared so much about, the girl that I cared so much because she curved me. I'd show a fucking video of where that fat bitch is right now. Hey, bro, this is what you care so much about. This is why you're trying so fucking hard. This is what you're trying so fucking hard for. Look at her. Look at him. Look where they're at in life. Is this what you want to look like? Is this what you want in your life? Is this who you want to be around? And I'd be like, oh, fuck no. And that would have changed the trajectory and saved me so much time, hours, heartbreak, money, strife. Just that one thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Good, man. All right, man. This is the last question.
Okay.
We're going to bring the interview all the way back full circle. So at the beginning, we were talking about, remember you talked about that post, how you had posted that you were the first Guzik to make over $100,000.
Yep.
Can you walk me through how you felt in that moment? Like I don't know if it was a moment when you realized it, like a single moment. Or,
yeah, man.
How did that feel like for you?
Yeah, I was actually on a date with some girl in Austin, and we were walking along Lady Bird Lake.
Yeah.
And I forget what we were talking about, and she brought up something, and she made me think. I was like, oh fuck, like how much have I made this year? And I started like, I do this anyways, but I just stopped fucking listening to her, and I would just literally, she was talking for like 4 minutes. I didn't hear I didn't hear shit. I was like going through the deals that I'd done. I'm like, okay,
in your head,
that. I was like, oh fuck, dude, I think I just did. I was like, bro, I really think I just did. And I genuinely, I only saw her like twice. I don't remember anything from that conversation or date besides that. Because I just zoned her out. Yeah. And while we were walking for like 4 minutes, it was just blah, 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 blah. And then I went back home and I went to my little, I guess you say treasure chest. And I started counting up my commission checks. I was like, oh shit, bro. I did. I fucking did. I didn't even fucking know. I passed it like 2 deals earlier. First feeling was guilt. Guilt. I feel like, and this is why I think a lot of people may not like me. You make people feel bad when you're winning because they're not winning. And I've noticed this. I've had to suppress my victories a lot. Like even just shirtless pics on Instagram, my watches, my lifestyle, who I talk to, a lot of things, because winning makes people jealous, dude. And you learn really fast who actually cares and who's actually with you. It hurt, man. Even when I actually started making some money in real estate, some who I thought were really good friends were talking shit that I got lucky. And it fucking infuriated me because they knew more than anyone the shit that I'd gone through to get there. They knew more than fucking anyone. So it was just so disrespectful. But it was a long road coming. So it was guilt because I contemplated for a solid week. I was embarrassed to say anything or post anything. Just because I feel like people would have talked shit. And I don't know, I do know where it's society, social media, really far left people usually that, oh, don't talk about your income. Oh, and I was really embarrassed, man. It was guilt. Like I was embarrassed. And then I was like, holy shit, man, this is a big deal. And then I finally just said, fuck them. And I posted it.
Yeah.
And I still get shit for it. And that is the exact reason why I still have that fucking Instagram post up, is because I can't tell you how many times I wanted to delete it because of people potentially hating or saying something negative. And fuck them. Because I did the right thing. I didn't make it some shady shady way. I didn't do fucking porn or some dumb shit. I earned it the hard way. And I worked hard for it. And yeah, man, I was really proud of it. But like I said, it's just one time, man. It was 1 year. Anyone can make 6 figures 1 year. And there's some stat out there, I don't know, but I heard it's like there's quite a bit of people that have made $100,000 1 year and then they don't make it ever again. And I want to be one of those people. So it was extreme guilt. And I feel like this is just a huge societal problem, is that you can't post your victories, man. You can't post your victories. You're shamed for it. People that are losing talk shit about you and, oh, well, aren't you just, and it's like, dude, I fucking look good. I worked hard for it. And I shouldn't have to feel ashamed for winning. And that's what it's come to now, bro. You win a big contract, you make a lot of money, you buy a nice watch, you get some nice sunglasses you fucking worked hard for, and people try and shame you for wanting those things and or having them or obtaining them or spending money on them. It's fucking ridiculous, man. It's absurd. It's like, it's gotten to the point now where you can't even post a hot girl without people talking shit about you, bro. Oh, bro, she's stooping down, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you went to that college. There's a million ways that people subliminally talk shit. And it's always the passive-aggressive pussy motherfuckers, bro. Just serve me my fucking coffee and shut the fuck up. That's why you're still a barista. I'm so fucking tired of it, man. Like I have no sympathy for people that are losing. No sympathy. I worked fucking hard to win. You were out partying. You were out college. You're out wasting your fucking life away. You were making fun of me while I was stocking shoes at Academy, motherfucker. You know? And it's just, and now they're wanting to come at me for actually fucking making something of myself and doing something noble. Yeah, well, look at you, dog. You're making 40-something a year with your fucking degree and you're still pissing it away. Shut the fuck up. Your parents are embarrassed of you. Your girlfriend doesn't even want to fuck you. It's just, it blows my mind, man. It blows my mind. But for some reason, they have some validity to talk shit about what I've done. And it's different from the people who've actually done something and they tell you, hey, man, that ain't shit. Like fucking millionaires that tell me that. And I'm like, okay, yeah, let me shut the fuck up. Because they literally spend what I made in a year on a fucking 1 week vacation.
Yeah.
There's levels to this. But it blows my mind, man. And I have a certain professional duty to my clients in the company I work with to tone down how I think. But then it's just also, I'm just extremely unapologetic now kind of at this point, because I've just gotten so tired with, you can't even post any of your wins, man. You can't. And that's how they fucking get you. It's all a psyop, because now you ruin yourself, man. No one has to do anything to me anymore. Now I feel guilty internally and I don't post shit. They don't have to fucking bully me into it anymore. I just don't want to do it. And it's like, dude, this is so fucked up. I used to be so fucking proud of being like the top AR reader, winning state, winning this, winning a gold medal, winning a track meet, coming in first place, winning a match, having all this sick shit. And it's just like, man, they want to suppress the winners out there. And I'm just so unapologetic now, man. Like I have no empathy for losers. I really don't. And oh man, you're a horrible person. Dude, it really is not complicated. And you can tell it's not that hard to fucking win. And people make it seem like, oh, it's like, bro, there's a difference between I'm in the trenches and I'm working to victory and I'm just a fucking loser that makes excuses for why they're not accomplishing anything. And there's a very clear difference. And people are like, Michael, you realize that's a fucking dumb soy boy. You realize not everyone can fucking win, Michael. Yes, everyone can fucking win. And you're not winning because you have that fucking mentality. And maybe if you change your mentality, you'd actually fucking win at life. You're just saying that because you are making excuses and you can hide behind the shield of nobility. Oh man, I really just want to go home and fucking watch Game of Thrones, which is basically fucking porn like some loser, instead of fucking staying at the office and getting the project done that you told your client, that you told your boss you would have done by end of day Friday. And there you are clocking out at 5 o'clock like some fucking loser. And there's a difference between clocking out at 5 o'clock, you got your shit done. Motherfucker, you didn't get your shit done. And that's why you're losing, because that compounds into every asset of your life. Your fitness, your finances, your relationships, your parents, everything. You're coasting and you're stopping short. And that's why no one wants you on their fucking project, because you keep quitting and they can't be depended on. And I'm tired of it, man. I'm tired of it. And I'm not like that. And I had to suppress myself for so long because I went from being super outspoken and then being suppressed. And then it's like now I'm kind of on the rebound. And it's just, it is what it is, bro. People can't have different opinions than you. It's just like everyone has to think the same. Y'all have to be some giant fucking robot mind. And yeah, I had some fucking guy arguing with me the other day. And it's like, man, I'm sorry. I can't. Why should people fucking listen to me? You shouldn't listen to people that don't have what you want or don't have anything in their life that you would want, man. And it's just like, I'm sorry, I can't take advice from you because you're not better than me in any facet of life and you don't have any knowledge that I don't have that I really would like to have. And that's why I don't fucking listen to you and your mentality because I'm winning and you're not. So why the fuck am I going to do that so I can be a nice guy or be, oh my gosh, bro, just fucking dumb shit. You realize not everyone had a privileged upbringing. Motherfucker, there's people that have had way far worse circumstances than me that are winning. They're killing me. And you're going to sit here in some middle-class household fucking acting like you grew up in some bad... No, you're just a fucking loser and you're trying to hide behind that bullshit. And seeing me win and do the work is putting a mirror up to your face. Oh, fuck. I'm only going to the gym once a week. Oh, fuck, I'm eating fucking Twinkies and Ding Dongs and jacking off all the time. Look at me compared to Michael. I look like shit. And that's why they don't like me.
Yeah.
And it is what it is, man. And there's a difference between, hey, I'm genuinely trying to get better, and hey, I'm just static, and I'm going to pick on and try and bring people down that are not static and are trying to make something of themselves. And I have a serious problem with that, and that's fucking everywhere, and I hate it. And I don't like to say hate a lot. I fucking hate it. I'm so tired of it. I see it all the time with my siblings. As soon as my brother starts winning, as soon as my sister starts winning, it's all these fucking hoes that are talking shit. And it's like, dude, A, you're a fucking slut. B, you haven't done anything with your life besides, oh man, I'm a fucking bottle girl. Oh, I do this. It's like, yeah, well, what have you done in your life that's actually significant? Nothing. You're not even a good daughter. You're not even a good son. You're not even a good fucking brother. You can't even be good at the little things that you do. You have no fucking room to talk shit. I can't even talk shit about people that are way better than me. It's like, what the fuck have I done compared to them? Nothing. So it's like, anyways, forgot what the initial question was, but that's just how I feel. But I'm crazy, so.
Yeah, well, I think you got to be a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
All right, brother. Well, shit, was there anything, it was a round table, so just anything that we didn't cover that you wanted to cover, or any questions you wanted to ask me?
Yeah, I feel like I was really serious. Normally I try and be a little more lighthearted. But yeah, no, I appreciate you having me on. It's definitely been the one message I would like to say to everyone is I think that a lot of social media, they have people thinking that certain people always win or they're always doing some things. And my life is really hard right now. I have a lot of struggles. I feel like everyone does that. And everyone's going through that. This year's been fucking hard. Shout out to Biden's fucking ruining our country, the goddamn idiot. We're in a recession. Yep. And a lot of people are not winning right now. And that is why it's even more important to surround yourself by people that are trying to win and or are winning. And, you got to surround yourself with the right people, man. Even if you're not winning, even if shit's hard, even if, you're not in the right circumstances, you got to do everything you possibly can to win. And that means surrounding yourself with the right people, listening to the right things, going to the gym, reading the books, doing what you can. This is why there's so much despair and depression and all these other, which I don't believe in, diseases that people are popping all these fucking pills for. It's because they're not controlling the things in their life that they can control. And when you do feel helpless, that's when you off yourself. That's when you turn to pills. That's when you turn to drugs. That's when you turn to girls. That's when you turn to strip clubs. That's when you turn to all that shit. Is when you're helpless. And so you control the few things that you can control. And a lot of people want to blame Biden and all these other things for the reason why their life is a mess. No, it's your fault. You can control what you eat. You can control what you do with your body, working out, being fit. You can control what you put into your mind, what you listen to. And you can control the people you hang around with. You may not be able to control everything, and I'll give you that. I can't fucking control everything. I wish I could sometimes, but you can control those things. And those are the things that you can control. And if you're not controlling that, if you're not focused on that, you're going to feel despair and you're going to feel like quitting and giving up and you're going to just, lose. And I would encourage people to make sure they surround themselves with the right people. Maybe I'm not a good fit for your life, but I guarantee you there are some people that do align with you and what you want. And they would be a great asset to your life. And so right now, more than ever, you need to be surrounding yourself with the right people. And I really think these next 2 years are going to be really fucking hard, but it's going to weed out the fakers and the posers from the real people and the people that are actually doing the work. And I really do think that in the end, the people that work hard to do the work, they will win. And even though the quote, good guys always come last in relationships, I feel like there's a lot of validity to that. But I think in business and in life, if you do the right thing all the time, you will win. It's a marathon, not a sprint. The marathon continues. Shout out to Nipsey. And it's a marathon, man. And there's a lot of people that are winning the sprints right now. And a lot of people quit. And what they essentially do is they start a 100-yard dash, or they start a marathon. I'm sorry. They run 100 yards. They go back to the finish line and they start something new. They do it again and they keep going back to the finish line, back and forth and back and forth. And me, I've just been fucking running, bro. Since 19, I've been running. And that's where I'm at. It's because a lot of people have started and stopped. I just kept fucking running laps. And I'm on the marathon. I'm way further ahead. And they just quit, give up. And it's like, man, when are you going to get tired of giving up? When are you going to get tired of quitting? When are you get tired of people like just thinking that you're a fucking failure? Like some people really need to sit down and analyze, what do the people in my life think about me? You know, your girlfriend just broke up with you and she called you a fucking loser, dude. That dumb bitch. Yeah, okay, she may be some fucking dumb hoe. But there's some truth in why she's saying that, man. Yeah. Some dumb bitch broke up with you. That like goes a lot to say like you are not that great of a guy. Some dumb hoe broke up with you. And it is what it is. And you got to really analyze something like that. And hopefully you're surrounding yourself with people in your life that will call you out on your bullshit. And I do. And it sucks a lot of times, but at the same time, it's what I need. And that time back to what you said originally, man, that is what I think will make people successful during this downturn recession, is who they choose to who they choose to align themselves with and spend time with right now, because shit's going to get hard really fast, really, really fast. And I think these next 2 years are going to be horrible. Well, relatively speaking, right? It's going to be hard economically. That doesn't mean it'll be horrible for you. That doesn't mean you'll be losing. But you need to surround yourself with winners, because then you're not going to win. And if you can endure, and not just endure like crawling and bleeding. If you can endure well, and I heard this term recently, I fucking love it. Enduring well. There's a difference between coming out of the trenches of hell, all beaten up and battered and looking like shit, and you can barely fucking walk and talk. There's a difference between coming out with scars and you're ready to fucking go. Enduring well. If you can endure well, the world is your oyster and you will fucking kill it as soon as all this shit goes away and we're in a good economy. And that's what I'm striving for right now, is to endure well.
Nice, brother. This is the thing I want to end it off with. I'm really grateful to have you on the podcast, man. I'm really grateful to have you as a friend. I'm glad I met you. I'm really glad that we do the meetup every month, so I can keep touch base with you, talk to you, ask you how you've been.
Yeah, no, and I'll take this time to brag on Ruben real quick, and hopefully he doesn't get upset that I'm going to talk a little shit. I think one of the great things about this podcast is you are a great example of someone who's turned their life around, and it makes me very proud. And I'll say this: I didn't want to say it before because I wanted to make sure it was on camera so other people could see what's possible, and hopefully he does show you what is possible, because Ruben was not, I don't think, and I may be wrong, I only have perception, I didn't know him that well. I don't think he was going down the right path for some time. And I don't know where the pivot and the change happened, but it did. And he's a really good example of it's never too late. And I feel like a lot of people think that it is too late. I have to quit. Oh man, I'm already too far in. And he turned his life around, and he is doing the better things. He is aligning himself with the right people. He is listening to the right content. He's doing things like this to provide value and help others. And even selfishly help himself, which there's nothing fucking wrong with that. There's never anything fucking wrong with helping yourself. And that's what it's all about, man. It is bettering yourself. And so I did want to say that I am extremely proud of you, because a couple years ago, I probably wouldn't have even hung out with Ruben because of where he was at. And now I hang out with him pretty consistently. And I'm honored to be on his podcast and listen to these questions and talk about it and have just a genuine conversation. And he is someone that wants to better himself. And he is someone that is working hard to do really cool things and win at life and hopefully better his family and his trajectory. So that is one reason why you should listen to him and why you should listen to the podcast. So no, I appreciate having me on, man. That's the reason why I took the time to come out here. Because I genuinely think genuinely think you're on the right path. And I'm very proud of
brother.
who you've become in the last 2-3 years and the trajectory you're on, because not a lot of people do that. Usually it is vice versa and is the exact opposite. So that says a lot about your character that you've done that. So
Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I still, I'm still working my way. I slip up every so often, but I'm still,
we all do. It happens to the best of us.
Yeah,
Happens
brother.
to the best of us.
Last thing I just wanted to say, man, is I kind of the same thing. How you said that Quinn was kind of like your competitor, and a lot of the same ways, man. I'll be honest, I see you as like because like when I first started making six figures, I was like, bro, my dick is 8 inches long. I'm fucking, like they said, 7 feet tall. I thought I was the fucking big shit, and I see fucking Michael over here posting his damn tax return, fucking 130, allegedly 136, and I'm like, God damn it, went right back to the fucking office, or I was like, I got to do something else, make something shake. Or, I recently lost, like, I think I've said it before, like 30 pounds. I got real skinny. I'm starting to,
Yes,
my
sir.
muscles are coming out.
Yes, fucking sir. Fat dub.
Yes. And then fucking Michael's over here posting a damn gym pic, and I'm like, God damn it, got to hit the bench press again, but not in a bad way, obviously, like a good competitive, like, bro, like there's another level to this that I could achieve. And
oh, totally, man. There's fucking dudes killing me that push me. I had someone try and tell me that being competitive is bad and you shouldn't compare yourself to others. I compare myself all the fucking time, man.
Bro,
I
completely agree.
If I didn't compare myself and I wasn't competitive, I would be just fine with where I'm at. And you'd be able to, told to get the you know what, and wear all these masks and do all this dumb shit, and you just fucking comply because you're happy and you don't have anything else. And it's like, man, I know I'm better, and I look at people that are doing really well, and I want that. And there's nothing wrong with good and healthy competition. I appreciate it. I'm glad. And see, that's the thing, man. I had no fucking clue Ruben was even looking to what I did. And it's like, man, not saying I had a direct contribution, but what little positive impact I had would not have happened if I'd given up. Yeah. And that's the thing that most people lose sight of. So I appreciate that, man. It means a lot. I'm doing the same thing with other people in my life, and it's a total net positive, and I really work to continue to have competition. My little brother is one of my greatest competitors because he's incredible. He's incredible. Yeah. And we're always pushing each other, and that's just how it works, man.
All right, brother. Do you want to plug in your Instagram?
Yeah, man. If people do want to follow me, it's my name, Michael Guzik, MichaelGuzik. I think I'm shadow banned though, because I've tried searching myself. Instagram keeps they keep just flagging me because I talk about women and COVID and how it's all a fucking scam and I cuss too much. But and I think I have one in my name, so you can look me up on there. I'm pretty active on Twitter. I say a bunch of shit and I have to shut myself up most of the time. But if you're a winner, I'm more than happy to hang out with you, man. Always love hanging out with good people. It's one of the few things. It is my hobby. That is my hobby. I got asked that at an event, what's my hobby? I don't really have any fucking hobbies, man. I just hang out with good people. That is my hobby. That's what I do in my spare time. I love to do things like this, and it's what I do. So if you're a winner and you want to be around other winners, man, would love to meet you. And hopefully if you're in San Antonio, which I love my city, even though most of these people talk shit, would love to hang out.
All right, brother. All right, guys. If you like that video, go ahead and hit the thumbs up for the algorithm, especially if you made it this far, which I'm sure y'all did, man. Yes. Conversation started off fire and you just
do it for the algorithm.
Yeah, do it for the algorithm. If
Don't
you really
be
like
a hoe, like the show.
If you I'm gonna start saying that one. If you like this type of content, man, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I try to post regularly, try to get you good people, good content. I think that's it, man. Till next time. Take care, guys.
Sounds good. Peace.
Bye.